How to Get Away with Murder, the Natalee Holloway case. What if I told you that a killer walked free for nearly 2 decades, leaving behind a trail of lies, deception, and broken lives? This is the story of how one man almost got away with murder, and how, even today, justice still feels incomplete. On May 30th, 2005, Natalee Holloway, an intelligent, ambitious, and vibrant 18-year-old, vanished from the island of Aruba without a trace. She was celebrating her high school graduation with friends, a once-in-a-lifetime trip before heading to college. She was supposed to return home, start her future, and chase her dreams, but she never boarded her flight. She never made it home. Instead, the last person seen with her was Joran van der Sloot, a 17-year-old Dutch national living in Aruba. What followed was nearly 2 decades of manipulation, deception, and legal loopholes that allowed him to evade justice. For years, Natalee's family searched for answers, enduring false confessions, dead ends, and heartbreak. But in 2023, the truth finally came out. This is not just a story about murder. It's a harrowing account of deception, a system that failed, and a killer who almost got away. Who was Natalee Holloway? Before we talk about her disappearance, we need to remember who Natalee Holloway was. She was not just a name in a headline. She was a daughter, a sister, and a best friend. Natalee was born in Clinton, Mississippi, and later moved to Mountain Brook, Alabama, with her mother, Beth, and younger brother. She was known for her kind heart, bright smile, and determination. She excelled in school, graduating with honors from Mountain Brook High School. She was a member of the National Honor Society, an active participant in extracurriculars, and a natural leader among her peers. Her next step? She was set to attend the University of Alabama on a full scholarship. She planned to study pre-med, with dreams of becoming a doctor. Her trip to Aruba was supposed to be a celebration, a senior class getaway before stepping into adulthood. But for Natalee, that future was stolen. Step 1. The Vanishing Act. The first 48 hours in a missing persons case are the most critical. But in Natalee's case, those first hours were wasted. On the night of May 29th, 2005, Natalee and her friends went to Carlos and Charlie's, a popular nightclub in Aruba. It was their last night on the island before their flight home the next morning. At some point in the evening, Natalee left the club with Joran van der Sloot and his 2 friends, Deepak and Satish Kalpoe. She was never seen again. Her mother, Beth Holloway, got the call no parent ever wants to receive. Natalee didn't come back to the hotel. Within 24 hours, Beth was on a plane to Aruba. She arrived with one goal: to find her daughter. She immediately demanded that police question the last people seen with Natalee. Joran van der Sloot, the wealthy, smooth-talking son of a judge, known for gambling, drinking, and targeting female tourists. Deepak and Satish Kalpoe, 2 brothers from Suriname who were friends with Joran. At first, the 3 suspects had a clear, rehearsed story. They claimed they had dropped Natalee off at her hotel around 2 a.m. and saw her talking to a security guard. It was a lie. Step 2. The search for Natalee. Beth Holloway refused to sit back and wait. She took action. She hired private investigators, contacted the FBI, and organized massive search efforts. Volunteers, police, and even Texas EquiSearch, a renowned search and rescue team, scoured Aruba's beaches, lagoons, and landfills. Helicopters, cadaver dogs, and divers were brought in. The Aruban government, feeling pressure from global media, even drained a pond near the Marriott Hotel in hopes of finding Natalee's remains. But nothing was found. No body, no evidence, no answers. Meanwhile, Joran changed his story. He now claimed they went to the beach and that Natalee was drunk and wanted to stay alone. He said he left her there and walked home. But there were no witnesses, no footprints, no proof. By the time police arrested Joran and the Culpo brothers on June 9th, 10 days later, any chance of recovering forensic evidence was gone. Within 3 months, all 3 suspects were released. Joran walked free. Step 3. The confession that took 18 years. For nearly 2 decades, Joran van der Sloot evaded justice. But in 2023, everything changed. Joran was extradited to the US, not for murder, but for extortion and wire fraud. He had tried to extort Beth Holloway, demanding $250,000 in exchange for information about Natalee's remains. Facing a 20-year sentence in an American prison, Joran finally told the truth. On October 18, 2023, in a courtroom in Birmingham, Alabama, he confessed to killing Natalee Holloway. "I hit her with a cinder block," he admitted. "I dragged her body into the ocean." It was a cold, emotionless confession. For 18 years, he had lied, deceived, and manipulated. And in the end, the truth was horrifyingly simple. He had murdered Natalee in cold blood, discarded her body, and watched as the ocean erased all evidence. Step 4. Is justice ever enough? Joran van der Sloot will never face murder charges for Natalee's death. The statute of limitations in Aruba has expired. His confession wasn't an act of remorse. It was a legal maneuver to reduce his sentence. Instead of spending decades in an American prison, he will return to Peru to serve his 28-year sentence for the 2010 murder of Stephanie Flores. And that leaves one haunting question. If Joran had been held accountable in 2005, could Stephanie have been saved? The legacy of lies. For 18 years, Beth Holloway searched for the truth. And while she finally has answers, there will never be closure. Natalee Holloway had dreams, ambition, and a future, all stolen by one violent act. Joran van der Sloot thought he had beaten the system. But in the end, the truth always catches up. Coming up in part 2, we'll dive deeper into the murder of Stephanie Flores, the crime that finally put Joran behind bars, the twisted mind of a killer, unmasked. A lie can travel halfway around the world while the truth is still putting on its shoes. Mark Twain. Until next time, stay safe.